Hello families, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all doing well and doing good.
If you had to wait up for me, would you wait? Broke down on the road, would you be my AAA? Stranded on it.
OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do.
So today's video, I'm going to be giving you 7 mistakes to avoid when you are building in Monrovia, Liberia. There are lots of them to avoid, but today I'm going to be talking about 7 of them. So if you're new to the channel, please hit that red subscribe button, the one that is up there, to be subscribed. If you open goodies, as we always say, thanks for stopping by. If you returning, thank you for coming back. We're going to get into 7 mistakes we need to avoid when we are building in Monrovia, Liberia. Building as a whole is a challenge. It's not easy. It takes time. So to help you survive the challenges, I have put 7 mistakes that you need to avoid. There are more of them, but I'm just going to focus on 7 of them. Before you build a house, it's like you have your own dream in your mind, in your head, how you're going to live in this house, how it's going to be, how you're going to do this, you're going to do that. It's a good thing to have those aspirations, to have those dreams, and it's also a good thing for you to work on those dreams that you have to make it come to reality. It's not going to be easy, but you have the dream and you have to work towards the dream to make it come true. The planning part is very, very important. It can be exciting. It's where you have all the details of the house. Once you start to think on all of these things, it gets you excited. You want to put this thing down because now your brain is telling you all the beautiful things that are going to happen when this house is built. So that's the process, that's the planning that you need to enjoy and you need to be excited about. It's not a bad thing for you to be excited, but in so doing, you also need to think about how are you going to bring this excitement into reality. So that's the thinking part, and that's the strategy part that you need to start working on. So with all the excitement, everything in the air, in your mind, you're thinking about it, but you also need to come to the reality of the whole thing. That means, how is this thing going to come to life? How is it going to be built? So that's the focus part that you need to start thinking of. So there are things that you need to avoid. So number 1 is being passive in the process. Passive in the process, what I mean is making decisions. There's so many decisions that you will need to make. Read and understand whatever thing, whether it be a contract, be a land business, be a construction, all of the professionals that you're going to meet. I'm sure you're going to put this thing on paper. There will be some documentation for you to read and understand. So you need to take your time, read these documents, understand it, sit down somewhere quiet, read it, look at the materials, amount of materials. These are important details that you really want to get yourself familiarized with. I believe that that's the crucial part. So you need to take that time to read those documents and to understand it before you even start the process. Land that you're going to put this house on, you want to look at the structure of that land. How you're going to put this house down. Where I'm building now, that land is not a big land. So I'm not going to put this massive building that's going to take all the 4 corners of the land. That means I will not have anything left to beautify, to give landscaping and other things, plant trees and other things on that land. So you need to read and understand the documents that will be given to you. That's what I mean. Don't be passive in the process. Number 2 is going to be cutting corners when it comes to the budget. That means the budget that you have, do not sacrifice the quality. That's what I mean by cutting corners on the budget. Don't cut down on the budget because you want to sacrifice the quality of the material. Do not do that, because if you do that, the next 5 years you're going to be replacing lots of things, which is going to cost you more and more and more money. That's what I mean, cutting corners on the budget. You cut corner on the budget, you're going to buy cheap things and put on your house. Those cheap things going to cost you more money in the next 5 years. Maybe 5 years is too long. The next 2 to 3 years, you're going to start buying those things over, which I don't think you want to do. Number 3 is building in a poor location. What I mean by poor location, if you build in an area, for example, if you build in an area like West Point, so if you build your house in West Point, know that if you decide to rent that place or to lease it for business, the kind of people that are going to rent that place is going to be the kind of people that live there, because some part of West Point there are ghettos, and some people do not want to live near a ghetto. If you are building, you want to find somewhere where you think if you do not want to live in a house or stay in a house, you want to rent a house or you want to lease it, you will get someone who will pay you good money to lease your property. So do not build your house in a poor location. Try to avoid that. It's very important. I think house building is for investment. It should be for investment. It should be for the future. So you're not only looking at today, you're looking at the future. If you are looking at the future, you need to plan. So all these things are the planning process. You do not want to live or build your house in a poor location where you have ghettos and all of that, kind of living standard. So let's move on to the next thing. So my next one, I think, is number 4, not focusing on delays. Delays happen because sometimes it could be natural delays. So you can have, for example, rain. So maybe you're supposed to do certain thing on the house, but because it rained heavily that day, you're not going to, work on the house because of the rain. So there are natural delays. You have to look at all of these things. Delays will happen. Some of your workers will not be well to come to work. That's part of the delays. They are normal part of construction. So you have to be flexible when it comes to delay. These things do happen. And do not stress yourself because the work is going on slow or because of the delays. That's normal for any work, for anything. If you are flexible, it will save you the stress and the headache during the building process. This is very, very, very important. Working with the wrong builders. Working with the wrong builder. This is very important. Very, very important, because it happened to me in the past where I contracted the wrong builder, which led to me losing thousands and thousands of dollars. Working with the wrong builder is the worst thing that will ever happen to anybody. You need to find the right people. Take your time in choosing builders. Have conversation with them. Listen to how they carry themselves. You will know whether this person is the right fit for you. Check their previous job. The previous jobs that they have done. You need to check those things. Gain clarity, because this is your dream. This is something that you're so passionate about. So you want to make sure that you find the right person. If you don't find the right builder, it's going to lead to so many mistakes. Working with the wrong builder is a killer to your dream house. They're going to waste your money and they're going to stress you out. So working with the wrong builder is a killer to your dream. Number 6 is to try to avoid paying the workers or the builders more money. What I mean by this is paying them more than the advance that they should do the work for. So for example, if they charge $5,000 to build, try not to give them half of this money. Always give them maybe quarter of that money. You will find out that they will be eager to do the work than if you give them almost all of the money. So giving them half of the money or all of the money or almost all of the money is a risk that you will be taking. I know it's their money, but you have to play the game with them as well. Try to avoid giving almost all their money to them. The last one is number 7. Try to avoid comparing your house with others. You are building your house, you know how you're doing your thing, and you should do it the way you think that it suits you. Forget about poor, forget about what they're doing on their own side. Avoid that comparison. So you just focus on you and do your thing. So like that, we have come to the end of this video. I hope you took something from this video, and I hope you apply it to your dream or your dream house that you want to build, or you have already started the process. You add up to what I've shared today to what you already know to make your dream house a success. We want to inspire, we want to motivate, and we also want to help you guys in the process of you building your house. Please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, be part of our tribe, and be part of our community. If you owe our goodies, as we always say, thanks for stopping by. If you're returning, thank you for coming back to the channel, and thank you for sharing the video with your friends and your loved ones.